Oh my God, I guess it's not going to change. I guess I can't flip it now. Hello. I have a lot on my mind. I just took a shower. Actually, first I soaked and scrubbed my feet. I've been outside barefoot lately a lot, and sometimes you just need to take care of yourself, you know, to make yourself feel better. And then I took a nice shower, washed my hair for the first time in 3 days. I just have a lot on my mind right now. Like family, my dog, my neighbor, my health. I think it was just like a full moon. And I really felt the effects of the full moon. And I think we're going into retrograde. I feel so contradictory right now because I feel so like in touch with like my intuition, and I feel so like connected to like my source. And at the same time, I feel so disconnected from people. Like I don't care anymore. Like people in my life, family, extended family that I haven't talked to. I just don't care. I isolated myself a long time ago from certain people. Um, for whatever reason, I did it. It doesn't matter. And maybe I felt the effects of it back then, but now I've gotten to a point where like I just see people for who they are. And it's really interesting. And I can't unsee it. I can't see like the motives behind people. I can't unsee the motives behind people. Everything is being very clear. It's very clear to me lately. The patterns of people and, like what they've done in the past, what they've done to my boyfriend, his family, my family. Hello, everybody. It's just crazy. Like, has anybody else dealt with like feeling like they can just see through people now for like, and you just like can't unsee it? So like you can't even be around them. You can't be involved. I know my words are coming out like retarded right now because I just have so much on my mind. And I thought I wanted to do this live, but I'm not sure that I do. Thank God it rained today. Huge thunderstorm came through. It was so hot and humid, but not like last year. Last year it was like disgustingly humid last year in May, June, July, like the whole summer. So it hasn't been that bad, but when it just poured before, our huge ceramic pot with the big snake plant went crashing down because of the wind, so that shattered. The plant wasn't destroyed, but the pot was. The whole front yard flooded. Everything is flooded. The driveway started washing out. And of course, Lou just wanted to keep playing with his ball. I don't even know what that means, but you can excuse yourself. Don't know what that means. What does that mean? I heard people, like younger people, use that term. What does that mean? 6, 7. I'm not a teenager. And I'm going to end the live if I have kids. I want to know what it means. Like a what? I have no idea what it means. A slur? No, you're saying that 6, 7 is a slur. I don't know what that means. What the fuck does a slur mean? All right. I'm going to end this live because I think I have kids here and I'm not a kid. Well, that's terrible. Do you believe in witchcraft? Are you for real? It really comes from a song. What song is it? What rapper is it? Hello, hello. But what rapper is it? Skrill? I have no idea who that is. I have no idea I don't know what rapper that is. Is it a young rapper? That's crazy. Mm. Oh, good for him. Yeah, I mean, but it wasn't that like a thing recently where like kids, young kids were walking around saying that? Like, why were they saying that? I saw it was like on social media and stuff. They were like, "Oh, my kids are saying this term. What does this phrase mean?" And nobody knew what it meant. It's very interesting. Good. I'm glad that you're a Christian. Do you go to church? Are you like a religious Christian or are you a spiritual Christian? Because there's a difference. I mean, religion is conformed by walls, right, of a church. Yes, Christ is king. You're right. But when you go out in nature and you see the trees and the birds and the land and the rivers and the mountains and the woods and everything, that's God. Like when you really have a deep connection with your surroundings and nature, that's God. You have him inside of you. He's in you. Do you go to church? The word of God, yeah. Good. That's good. I was actually baptized last year at a new church. And then I realized after I was baptized, like, you know, in the big pool, like it's like this big up and coming church, but it's like a media focused church. And then I realized, what am I doing? Because people that use, like, I feel like churches that use like YouTube and stuff to get like an attraction, it's not really pure from God. So actually now I do a Jamaican church online and that pastor does not want any funds or anything from YouTube and stuff like that. He actually speaks the word of God. And then after I was baptized in that church, because I went with a friend, something happened where like I ended up totally being disconnected with that friend. And it was almost like God came down and plucked me out of that situation and made me realize and see things that I cannot unsay. And that's what I was just talking about when I started the live. Sometimes people do things that you can't unsay or unfeel, right? People do dirty shit behind closed doors. Exactly. Well, the story of Jesus is so interesting because he was really a rebel and he did what he knew was right, and people shunned him for that, which is why he was arrested and killed on the cross. So, Jesus loved everyone because he knew the truth. And that's the way the world is today. They go to church, but they don't have Jesus in their heart. They believe the mainstream media version of Christianity. It's phony shit. They really are. They really are quick to judge. I know a lot of them. I've always had a relationship with God, though. You know, like the sun is coming down. Oh, there's a rainbow outside. Oh my God, there's a rainbow. That's God. I have to show you. Oh, it's not gonna come through. Oh, it's not gonna get it. You see it? The lighting sucks. Oh my God, this is so annoying. You can see it. That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go outside with my camera so that you can see it more. So I can reposition it. Oh, yeah. You can barely see it, but it's beautiful. And that's God. See? You talk about Jesus and he comes right to you. It's behind the trees. This lighting sucks on my phone. My phone sucks. I wonder if you could see it through the window better. No, it's too bright. It really is. It's beautiful. I love it. That was just so amazing. And that's like such a confirmation talking about like Jesus and how he was shunned and how religious people shun people. And we were talking about God. And then all of a sudden a rainbow appeared. And like just today, I was like, oh my God, like I'm so happy it's going to rain because rain is so cleansing to your mind and your spirit. And I really needed it. And now there's a rainbow. And when I was 4 years old, my mom had to have surgery and she almost died. And so I didn't see her for months. She was in the hospital and she had 2 tubes put in her neck. And when I saw her finally, I was so little that I didn't understand. It was like devastating to me to see her like that. And I hadn't been around her for so long. Other people were watching me, that she was so upset. And she was like, oh my God, I was her only daughter. And she was like, show me a sign that everything is going to be okay. And she saw a rainbow. And so that song by Jimmy Cliff, I Can See Clearly Now, that is our song because of the rainbow appeared. And my mom doesn't like believe in God. It's crazy because my grandmother, her mother, was very religious, and I went to church with her my whole life since I was little. But my mom hasn't gotten that far yet. But I tried to tell her, like, that's God. She doesn't understand. Like, that's spirit right there, like showing you a rainbow after like a storm. That's a miracle. Yeah, it was amazing. No, thank you. I was just sharing a story. Do you have any stories about something like that happening when you needed to see like a miracle? It's okay. So, what is everybody doing today? It's Saturday. I'm home. The rainbow's actually moving, so I'm going to get up and try to show again. Sucks. I love the trees in my backyard, but like you can't see the sky. So it's like crazy, like living in the mountains. Is beautiful. But sometimes you want to see like an open sky, you know? Let me see if we can see it. No, can't see it. No. That's good that you're a mermaid. I'm proud of you. It's so funny because when I do a live on YouTube, I never know like who's coming on here. And it's just so crazy to me, the people that I get, that you're telling me that you're underwater and you think you're a mermaid. Wow, that's crazy that you said that because my mom also had to get her gallbladder removed. It's probably like 8 years now. Go ahead. What? That's like the magical powers of praying, right? Are you fucking with me? That's crazy. So a long time ago, back in 2009, um, I don't recommend smoking either. My grandmother also died from lung cancer in 2021. I agree. That's crazy about that, your mom's gallbladder, because back in 2010, 2009, I had a really bad kidney infection and I went to the urologist and they were like, you know, you have like issues going on with your kidneys and stuff. So I was going to have to go for like a procedure. And my friend at the time that I actually had just met like 8 months prior, she prayed over my kidneys, like literally hands on my kidneys. And she prayed like massively over them. And then when I went to the doctor for this procedure, they were like, your levels are fine. You don't need this anymore. And I was like, what? That's the power of prayer. I never vaped. I tried vaping one time and I can't. I've been smoking for a very long time. Yeah. I smoke crowns because they're cheap. I used to smoke Marlboro Lights. But smoking sucks. No, this. I smoked Newport when I first started smoking. Me and my cousin, we were like 14 years old, and I don't know how we got a pack of Newports. Newport, like not Newport Lights, regular. and we went out in the treehouse in her backyard, her little brother's treehouse, and we smoked it and almost died. When I first started smoking, I was so young, and because I started smoking, Newports have fiberglass in them. I started coughing up blood. That's why I stopped smoking them. Then I went to Marlboro Reds, and then I switched to Parliaments, and then I went to Marlboro Lights. And then I smoked Mavericks, which are disgusting. And Crowns are better than Marlboro Lights to me, to be honest. When you're smoking a Marlboro Light, they go out. Marlboro Reds are harsh. They are for sure. I do want to quit, but there's nothing like coffee and a cigarette. Yep, Cowboy Killers, yep. I started smoking them when I was 17 or 16. I started Newports when I was like 14. I didn't smoke consistently though until I was like 16, 17. Yeah, so what time is it where you guys are? Yes, it is. You can't deny that. Coffee and a cigarette is like it. That's it. $8:33. Yep. So you're in the same time zone. Cool. I want to move to North Carolina. My mom lives in Florida. I have to go get a water. Oh, North Carolina is fabulous. Daytona Beach, that's like hot as shit down there, right? I can't live I lived in Arizona too, and I can't. Somebody just commented on one of my videos of the rain before, and she was like, "Oh my God, I live in Phoenix and there's no rain." And I'm like, "No shit. I lived in Prescott Valley out there in Arizona, and I had to come home because I can't live without seasons." It never rains in Arizona. There's like monsoon season where it like rains one time a day. Florida's like that too. But I can't. As much as I hate the snow and the cold, it goes right through my bones. I can't deal with it anymore. I have to have like I still miss it. Prescott Valley, yes. Yep. It's north of Phoenix. It's an hour north of Phoenix and an hour south from Flagstaff. I lived there for a year. Told myself I'd give myself 1 year for it. You all right, Bill? Fries. Why do I remember that name? That's not like the Safeway. Is that a gas station or a grocery store? Yes, the grocery store. And there's a Safeway. And there's the Circle K's out there too, which were never a thing in Jersey or Pennsylvania. Now they're in Jersey. Wawa, we have. You have Wawa? Wawa used to be a South Jersey thing. Now it's moving all the way up here. It sounds like my neighbors across the street are fighting again. There was a huge problem the other night with these scums across the street from me. I'm done. No, in Arizona. No, I lived there in my father died in 2010 and I like lost it. So I started like traveling everywhere. I like traveled out of the country. I like just would work, save all my money, and then just like leave because I wasn't like dealing with my emotions. And then I came back from like Italy, I think it was 2011, and I moved to Arizona. I just packed everything. I sold my car to my stepfather and I flew out there to my friend and I had to like get a job there and save for a newer car. It was beautiful. I went to Sardinia, so it's an island, tiny little island. I think if I could go back now to when, but as you were saying, no, I don't know somebody named Joel and that was so long ago, I would never even remember. It was like years ago. Where in Arizona or Italy? I love Sedona in Arizona and Jerome, Arizona. It's the most like spiritual place ever. It's crazy because back then I wasn't like focusing on my emotions. I was kind of like running from them. So like if I went back now, I would have like a totally different experience. I would appreciate it so much differently. Well, it's crazy because that, like I just said, when I went back, I wasn't really appreciating what I was seeing. You know what I mean? I wasn't really there taking it in. I was probably running from my own brain. Um, but I love the food in Italy. And they have real pizza. North Carolina doesn't have real pizza. Jersey and New York do. I want to go. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure where I want to go. No, you don't. And my mom says that all the time. She misses pizza. Because we're from Jersey, so. They don't have pizza. When I was out in Arizona, I was dying to find a pizza place. And I finally found a pizza place, and I forget what the name of it was. Not in Prescott. I drove like an hour to go to this pizza place because it was like New York style pizza. And I drove all the way there, and I was thinking, oh my God, it's going to be amazing. It was so much better than the other shit pizza that they would make around. But the dough can't rise the same way that it rises here. Like the altitude is different. So the pizza, it sucks. That's really what it comes down to. Oh, it did? That's crazy. Camden is a really bad place. That's right next to Philly. Mm-hmm. It's terrible. They were gonna rob you, or you thought they were gonna rob you? That's crazy shit, because they would have. Yeah, no, Camden is a terrible place. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they might have. They would have. Well, that's good. I gotta get off this live now. Because I have to do shit, and it's been real. Go check out my videos of my dog, Lou. He's a pit bull. He's all over my YouTube. It's all Lou. And my stupid neighbor, Carlos, that just, we got into a fight the other day. Lunatic, psycho. Yep. Have a good night. God bless you. How do I end it?